Rory Moss is one of around 154,000 direct payment recipients who use a personal budget to employ personal assistants to support their needs. Today, his personal assistant is Donna Candland.
My roles for Rory are literally helping him to live within the community, getting him out and about, helping him employ staff, make sure everyone who works for Rory does everything properly so he doesn't have to worry about it. Basically just helping him live, really.
Rory was one of the first direct payment recipients to use apprenticeships as a way of meeting the training needs of his personal assistants.
The apprenticeship scheme is the perfect model for training a staff. I mean, they have picked up, in my experience, a lot of initiatives that that have made my life a lot easier.
Me personally, it has benefited me. It's taught me a lot more on how to do things correctly, rather than the way we think they should be done. We're following guidelines now.
In developing his apprenticeship programme, Rory has been supported by a team from Cheshire Centre for Independent Living. They give impartial technical advice and support to people directing their own care through a personal budget or personal health budget.
You are ultimately asking someone who chooses to take a direct payment and employ their own personal assistants to become a micro-employer. With that comes all of the responsibilities of an employer. So the advice that we offer and the support that we offer as a centre of independent living to those individuals is to guide them through the legality side of this. We offer employment law advice through a third party. If they had an issue with one of their employees, they would come to us for advice. They wouldn't act on any issue until we'd actually advise them how to go about to manage that issue properly as a good employer.
For the last 2 years, Cheshire Centre for Independent Living has hosted a training service which can be accessed by individual employers and their personal assistants. Feedback from individual employers and PAs was that in addition to this bespoke training, that it might be really useful to access a more structured programme of learning, in particular the old NVQ and the apprenticeship framework. Accessing a structured programme such as the apprenticeship framework means that their PAs can have a recognised qualification. It gives them some kind of assurance that they have been trained to a certain standard to provide the care that they want to receive. For PAs, it represents an opportunity to gain a qualification and a recognition of their importance as part of the wider social care workforce.
For Rory, having the support from the team at Cheshire Centre for Independent Living has been vital in creating an apprenticeship programme that suits both his needs and the needs of his team of personal assistants.
It's been completely worked around my convenience and also the carers' convenience, whether it fitted in with their timetables as well.
They said that it would be structured, the apprenticeship would be structured around us and fitted into our work patterns, which it was, and it worked very well. It was total people were always on hand and the assessors were always on hand. Everything was arranged around us with our work patterns.
Rory has also worked closely with a team of apprentice assessors who came to his home to make sure that the apprentices meet all of their milestones as they progress through their apprenticeship.
We built up a relationship with them and we were just friendly with them. We told them when we were going to come beforehand. We told them what exactly we're going to be assessing. When we did go in, obviously it's someone's home, so you treat it like it was someone's home. Like I would take my shoes off before I went into the living room and introduce myself to them or talk to their family if they've got family members around. Some of them got children around. When we are actually observing them, maybe giving them personal care or helping them to plan something or helping them to do something in the kitchen or whatever it is, we stay in the background. Obviously we have to observe them, but we stay in the background. We're not intrusive into their personal space. And after a couple of times of doing those observations, they got used to us being around and they could see that we would obviously give feedback to the PA afterwards.
I've worked with one that achieved the first cohort that we took on, and he's gone on to work in a home. He's developed that way, and another PA that was going in is now on the next cohort now to do her apprenticeship, because she's seen how well he's progressed, because he didn't have any qualifications either, and how much confidence he's grown. So that's nice to see that it's actually passed on through someone else, that they're happy with what your support as well, and how it's worked well, really.
Rory's team have helped him create a successful apprenticeship programme that is a model other direct payment recipients can use.
Obviously benefited from the training, and that transfers to me at home, and I find things are happening just naturally. They're just doing, things that might have irritated me, they're not doing anymore. They're sort of getting on with the job much more professionally.